I don't know. I better turn this down. It says I'm live, but I don't see it. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. Great. What's up? You good?
Queen is about to walk. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. I want to thank everyone for jumping in on this live today. I'm sorry. Let me just go back to the beginning. This is things that people don't want to talk about. Brought to you by God Level. Hey, how you doing? A little bit about me. My name is Renee. I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm down here in Houston, Texas. I am a mother. I am a nurse. I'm an entrepreneur. I am a sister. I am a aunt, cousin. I am everything good. And here are my two co-hosts, John and King Newborn. Go ahead and represent yourself.
Hey. This is John Nicholson, aka John Skywalker, the sly talker, lyricist, spoken word artist, personal trainer, martial artist, lover of life, student of psychology, and father. Yo, if y'all love hip hop artists such as Common, Lupe Fiasco, Talib Kweli, um, that classic hip hop, I have a new album that's about to be released on January 1st, 2022. Light Benders. Light Benders. If you have not heard any of my stuff, look up
Baby.
John Skywalker on all
Oh,
streaming
you
platforms.
will not be disappointed. You will
Lyricist,
not
a
be
real
disappointed.
student of hip hop, right? That's what it is. Also, guys, I'm offering a 30-day superfoods detox package that will help you cleanse your body, lose weight, and guide you on a healthier path uh, to greatness. So, if you are interested in that, hit me up at master.johnskywalker on my Instagram. Also, I personally train virtually. You trying to build some muscle, trying to get that body right. Yo, New Year's resolutions. Why wait until next year to start planning for that when you can just hit that guy up right there? Do that right now. We can sketch out a plan, make that happen for you. John Skywalker. Yeah.
Peace. It's your boy King Newborn, and I am on all social media platforms. Newborn everything. Please take time to check me out. And I want to say, I hope everybody enjoys the show. Looking forward to all three of us sharing some great information to those that may be uncomfortable with the subject, but it is something that we are facing daily. So peace.
All right, we're gonna this is part two of last week's discussion, which was what is the culture for what is the culture for black men in today? No, what is the oh my god. What
What is the role and purpose?
what is the role of the black man in today's culture? I couldn't get it out. I swear to God. So we're gonna and that show actually ran an hour and a half, which was longer than we had intended, but yet at the end it was great. I want to thank Molly for chiming in. She called in, even with her comments. I actually want to pick back up where we left off because John hit on a very good point that had me thinking all week. You know, as a woman, making as much money as I do to take care of my family, being in that position, a nurse, starting my own business, and moving forward, we tend to want a man that is also doing those same things, yet we are not producing them. We are not producing. So it's like, how can we want something that's not even being? I can't. I
Well,
want to
it
say
is being produced. To be fair,
it's
it is being
produced.
produced, but it's just
Yeah, but
like,
what?
but you got to think about the
Mhm.
demand versus the supply. The demand versus the supply is the culture producing the supply amounts compared to the demand. Now, mind you, there's
Mhm.
what, probably 41 million of us right now,
Okay.
and black women make up, a little bit over half of that population,
Okay.
right? So you have a demand, and of course, we got to account for sexuality here. So, um, we are producing them, but we're just not producing them in high amounts. And
No.
what we're really asking for, because you got to also consider socioeconomic status, right? And class. So you have, generally speaking, Black women that are excelling in career and industry. They're becoming entrepreneurs. They're becoming more educated. And so you spend your 20s, generally speaking, as Black women, you spend your 20s advancing yourselves. And
Mm-hmm.
then you're like, okay, cool. I got my PhD or I got my master's degree and I got my $160,000 paying job. Where is my husband? Let's have kids now. I am on equal footing. And so
Mm-hmm.
Black women are out here looking, and it's like the pickings are extremely slim. And so Black women are asking, like, dang, and we got plenty of TV shows that show that, right?
Yeah.
Plenty of songs, enough culture to say, hey, there's a problem here. Why is it so hard for us to find the Black men to match us? Why do we
Mm-hmm.
have to go down? Why do we have to go in the opposite direction? What's going on? And the expectation is that since Black women have made these strides because of our predecessors, they've paved the way, they've opened up the gates so that Black women can be in the position that they are economically and socially and politically. Black women are able to get to this space. And so they've been trucking forward. And then when they look around, they're expecting that Black men would be right there with them,
And that's
not
not always the case. And that's not always the case. Because Black men are not, I guess it's okay for me to say this, not afforded the same opportunities as Black women. Because it's like society want Black women to do well or better than our mate. This is the reason why they are filling up the prison system. They're there, that and a lot of them are there on petty crime. And don't get me wrong, it's people that actually deserve to be there, but they're taking how can what's the word I'm looking for? Getting these cases and getting themselves in a position where it's not allowing them to move forward in life when you have a felony attached to your name. So it literally cancels you out right there. And then the rest, some that do make it out, John, Dion, and then you have others that actually become a product of their environment. You know, they're glorifying the street life, doing what they seen coming up. That's why it's hard. And even with them growing up in today's society, oh my God, it's like they want you all to fail. It's like everything around you, they want you all to fail. Somebody want to hit on that, brother?
I'm still here. You froze up.
No, I said, did you want to hit on that?
I'll let John go first. I'm gonna go last.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, sure, yeah. We can say that it's been systemically designed that
Not an
way.
easy road.
Um,
Not an easy road for Black men. Not an easy road for Black men.
right. We acknowledge that there have been some considerable barriers, but
Oh yeah.
we don't want this story, we don't want this talk to be one of victimization, because we
Okay.
are some very resilient human beings. All right. So we do want to acknowledge that the 21st century has been ripe with a lot of changes in terms of gender politics, evolving social roles, and um, even just our heightened awareness of gender awareness. Right. So we have to acknowledge that, yeah, men did have specific roles back in the day. Women did have specific roles back in the day. And now that these roles have been expanded, um, it's like job availability has decreased.
Mm.
And black men haven't updated. We updated our our social roles, right? So, and I apologize to everybody out there if it sounds like I'm generalizing here, but I'm just speaking collectively. Speaking collectively, we haven't quite collectively we haven't adapted all that well. Now, I do want to point out some favorable statistics here for us, though. Over 60% of us are involved in our child's lives. Okay, so that's somewhere around like maybe 2.5, maybe 4.2 million of us, right?
Okay.
60% of Black fathers live with their children,
Okay.
and that's a fact that is very contrast with the public perceptions of Black men with children. And matter of fact, there was like an article, I think it was out in 2013, titled "Fathers' Involvement with Their Children." It's somewhere out there. It stated that Black fathers, both those who live with their and those who don't, are more likely than their white or Hispanic counterparts to feed, eat meals with, bathe, diaper, dress, play, and read with their children on a daily basis. All right, so we're still fulfilling those roles, but we are acknowledging that because of the progress that's been made sociopolitically, that it does seem like we're a bit displaced, even just on an economic, and that's really like the core of this is economics plays a great role in our ability to fulfill those roles, those gender roles, those social roles as men. So I'm gonna nip it right there, and I'm gonna pass the ball over to the brother here.
Wait a minute. Let me insert real quick. I just found something. It's called Black Dads Matter.
Hmm.
I just found this. It's called Black Dads Matter. I'm gonna go ahead and post this up. Anybody who want to go to the website and check it out. Just some positive reinforcement that and a lot of education that I just happened to scan through. It's a nice little article. So yeah, go ahead, brother.
Made these strides.
And get themselves in a position.
Um, I want to say John said a lot. He said a lot.
Oh, he be hitting it, don't he?
With all that he said, if you look at it from, I just take my situation. Like you said, when we was talking backstage, if you look at the way the system it portrays us in a real negative light. But when you do have women like the lady that you were speaking of, um,
Molly.
we had no, I'm not talking about her.
No,
I'm talking about
Shirley.
Oh,
those.
Shirley.
Shirley.
Yeah.
Shirley.
Yeah.
Oh, I
When
wish
you
I
have
could get on that.
Mm.
when you have women like that are from a time that had less, but was
Oof.
able to produce more in the home front, uh, you got to wonder, like, where did we go wrong at? Like, what happened? How did we drop the ball? Do we say that we dropped the ball because we look at the way we was raised, not to back talk? We look the way we was raised, that this is a grown folks conversation. Mind your business. Stay in a child's place. Honor thy father, thy mother, any elder. Period. I mean, if you look at these particular things, we look at them from the standpoint of what we didn't get as a child, what we wasn't allowed to say from our emotional and feeling standpoint, i.e., when dad sat at the head of the table and no one was allowed to eat anything until his plate was made and he started eating. I mean, we look at some of these, I want to say, different facets. You can kind of see where we went wrong, because all of us tend to want to teach and give to our children everything that we feel like we didn't get. But the one thing that we fail to realize, information is constantly being developed, is being introduced. Technology is constantly changing. So during the time frame that we was being brought up, technology has advanced so much to where we should be trying to keep up, to the point that we still passing down the same values, but we're power stacking on those values instead of breaking them. Instead of saying that, why did he get his plate first? Well, the last time you checked, when you came in here, it was warm when it was cold outside. You know what I'm saying? It was cool when
Yeah.
it was hot outside. You actually had a door that actually needed a key in order to unlock to come in, and that's all due to what that man that sat at the head of the table. That was the reason why your mother would tell you to shut up when he's speaking. It wasn't to be mean, but at the time as a child, you're not looking at it like that. You're not looking at it from a adult standpoint or a family structure in which that the power table shows you the order of how everything go. She had just as much powers as he did, but she was in her feminine principle. She didn't have to get loud. She didn't have to cuss nobody out. Matter of fact, she was too busy not to make the wrong move because it would activate the beast in him to be ready to, demolish whatever that was causing her to be unhappy or unsettled. So I mean, you really, I don't know, it's tough. You really have to sit back and just look at the way things were and where we have them now. On the back end, dealing with systems, a lot of the systems are built to remove the melanated. Well, I ain't gonna say the melanated man because we all carry melanin. The black man or the African American man, whatever status you tend to claim, these systems have been put in place to remove him out of the home front and the family structure. Period. Um, it's kind of messed up, but that's the damn time we living in. And like John said, we have a higher rate than is portrayed in society of fathers actually fathering or furthering their children's lives by nurturing them and loving them from a masculine standpoint. So that was good information that you dropped, John. And yeah, I would like to see how the rest of the night goes.
All right, before we move forward, I want to acknowledge a comment that was made by T's World. He said we integrated. And also, I want to point out, I want to ask a question because listening to you talk about Shirley, I don't think I've ever came across a woman like Shirley. The women that I have grew up around were very hard, just hard. I'm just gonna say hard. So where in the hell did that behavior come from?
The women in the 50s, and they're somewhere around their 50.
Because you notice that it was a flip. It was at first the woman would respect the man. Now it's he gets no respect. Now it's I'm putting myself in a manly position. I'm sticking my chest out too. I'm getting loud too, and I'm getting in his face too. Why do we do that? We cannot.
Well, I mean, it's understandable. In some instances, it's understandable
Yeah.
because, again, oppression will do that to you. Oppression will do
Okay.
that to you, right? But it can often be misplaced oppression. It could be misplaced. So it's like, all right, you're wrong, and here's why I think you're wrong, right? So in some cases, it's I hear your point, but you're wrong.
Mhm.
I see that you're trying to make a point, but here's why I think you're wrong. You're not gonna just belittle me, or you're not gonna make my voice smaller because it's been small already. We're not doing it, so I can understand the quote unquote revolt. I can
Okay.
understand the rebellion.
Okay.
My whole
All right.
question is, does it work? Does it help?
No, it doesn't. It does not.
I
Costello
don't
said,
know.
I'm ready. She said, hello. Costello said, hello, and I'm ready to listen. Oh,
Hey,
that's what's up. That's what's up.
still can
Yeah.
listen and comment. You can listen
Yeah.
and comment.
Yeah. She said, I'm ready to listen. That's it. That's all I got. And now they're just talking back and forth now. But go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But I wanted to do a quick pivot, I wanted to do a quick pivot, to
Okay.
kind of explore, these roles because we kind of we touched on it, but we didn't really dig deep into them. We were just kind of
Okay.
getting. So we did leave off with the point of describing one of the roles, and that's what I wanted us to do is, in order for us to answer the question of course, we have to identify culture and socialization. Right. And for those of you who don't know, socialization is this lifelong process of learning. That's what it really is if I were to simplify it. But what we have to really come to an agreement with is that social interaction provides us the vehicle by which we gradually become able to see ourselves through the eyes of others.
Mm.
Again, like I said in our previous talk, I
Mhm.
am because we are, right? It's that
Okay.
principle right there. So I cannot be John without you guys. I cannot be John without my family. My family helped make me who I am. All of my social interactions help make me who I am. So when we're talking about the role of black men, we have to also ask, what is his culture? What is
Mm.
the culture that breeds him? There's a process. If there's a community of people, doesn't matter what their racial demographics are, doesn't matter what their gender demographics are, doesn't matter what their political affiliation, there is some sort of socialization process going on. It's just it. Socialization is like learning to use your soft voice in the library. Socialization is figuring out your language. How do we talk? What dialect do we use? Right? It's being aware of the material and non-material culture. What is credit? What is this device? How do we sleep on this? How do we sleep? How do we eat? When do we eat? What do we eat? What do we do? How do we interact with each other? What is love? What is patience?
Right.
Right?
What does
And
it
we
look
also
like?
learn our morality through
Yeah.
socialization, right? So
Yeah.
if we're going to explore the role of black men in today's society, like we were doing last week, we were looking at some of the common, more traditional roles, and we harped in on protector quite a bit.
Yes, we
But
did.
yeah, and that was fair. That was just one of them, right? But there's
Right.
other ones, right? So what are the other ones?
Provider.
Provider. What does that look like?
For me, I don't have to do it all.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't have to do it all. I don't have to do it all. What are y'all looking at?
I wanna.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna wait till
No, go
God level
ahead.
is done.
No, no. What does that look like? What does a provider look like? For me, growing up the way that I grew up, is not having to do it all. You have to remember, I grew up in a home where the women of the family, strong, they were handling everything. They were paying the bills. They were cooking. They were cleaning. They did it all. The men, Mr. Lucius was nice. My grandmother's boyfriend, whatever, come over, whatever. My mother's husband, horrible. So I didn't grow up in a home where I actually seen what a man is supposed to do. So for me, I would have to say, I feel like I don't want to do it all. That will be for me.
Provider.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead.
so when you say, oh, first let's keep in mind the initial question, which John just asked. But
Oh,
then let's go in the mind frame that you saying you don't want to do it all.
yeah.
So when you say, I'm just paraphrasing. When you say you don't want to do it all, you don't want to
Okay.
do everything that entails taking care of you, the individual, as an adult.
Oh.
No.
Mm.
I
No.
mean, because your regular, I'm
No, no,
just
no. When you said what does a provider look like, for me, is I don't want to do it all. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Well, just for more clarification, let's like paint some pictures. When you see provider over a black man's head, you're like, that's a provider. What does it look like? Like, let's give it some more definition, some more color. Give us some examples. Okay, money.
Emotional,
So it's providing his material.
emotional support. Emotional support. Yeah,
Providing
economic.
emotion.
Yeah, just I want my counterpart, someone I can lean on. I don't want to feel. I don't want to be in the man's role anymore. I'm in the man's role. I'm taking care of everything. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be able to fall back and just be
Dive
me.
into that. Dive into that part when you say you're taking care of everything. So like
That's what
Bills,
I mean.
listen,
That bring it back to my
bills,
question.
not got
I'm
it.
just saying, to
Never
bring it back
mind.
to the same question I
Got
just
it.
asked. What
Got
made you?
it. Nope.
Okay.
I got it. Nope. Because I'm gonna hear about this backstage. I caught it. I caught it. I caught it. No. No.
let's
Nope.
just break
Nope.
it down. Break down what you're
No,
what.
because I remember what he said, taking care of yourself. Yes, I get all of that. But you said, what does a provider look like? What,
But no, no,
when,
no, no. But that part right there, you're hinting at something, right? Because when you say that, that's still it still is that the man would do it. So it gives the audience a clearer picture of what he does, his function. So
help
what
run this
is
house, help to run the household. He needs to help to run this household. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Emotion.
so
okay?
Hold on.
So pay bills. Okay, I can see that one.
Emotional support is key plus pay bills. LOL.
All right, we got one.
Black
Pay
man's
bills.
role compared to white man's role. Ooh, this is all comments from Costello. Okay, yeah, emotional. It,
Pay
that's a
bills.
very
All
good.
right. What
Pay bills.
else?
That's a good question. Ooh,
What else?
it has to be spiritual.
Let's think. Provider. He's
Provider.
providing.
He's
Right.
providing emotional support. He is helping take care of this household. He is being a protector. Oh, wow, that's a good question.
Okay, okay, it's cool. Now I
That's
say let's throw it back to the king
throw
down
it
here.
back.
Let's throw it back to the king.
Because he getting ready to cut. We're going to talk
no,
about this.
I'm not. I'm not.
We're going to
That was
talk about
smooth,
this
John. That was
backstage.
smooth, John. I
That
appreciate
was,
that, John.
whoa. I caught that. I caught that, brother. I caught it. I caught it.
That was smooth, John. That was smooth. Okay. I like the way you set that up, John. So okay, like from the standpoint I'm speaking of, and like you said, so if he's helpmate providing this umbrella of
Mm-hmm.
mind, body, spirit,
Mm-hmm.
so that's individual work that he's doing to help you maintain for self.
Is that individual work that he is helping me maintain for
Maintain for
myself?
self.
No. No, I'm maintaining myself right now. What I'm
Right.
saying is
So
I don't want to have to do it all by myself. I don't want to do it by myself. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to do it by myself. I want a mate. And that mate, I want him to be, kind of sort of like me, just business oriented, a protector, a provider, emotional support. He has to be someone like smart, intelligent. I love that. Yeah. So are you getting it? Are you getting it?
no, I've been got it. I'm just
Okay.
pressing the envelope. That's all. I'm
About
trying to open
me.
it up a little bit more because
Go right ahead.
no, this ain't no shot at you. I'm just saying in general.
Okay.
This is back to what John is saying. What does that ultimately look like though? Like
Yes. Yeah.
so I guess you would say that just a supporting role on a day that you're not feeling to God level type level.
No.
All
You know
right,
how like
I
No.
can provide some options.
No.
I can
Hold
provide
on. No. Hold on. No. No, basically what you're saying is I'm in this front row, and when I feel tired, I can just fall back and just allow him to lead. We can't do this shit together.
No, I wasn't emulating that, but that's a good lane to go in. But I wasn't saying that though.
To build together.
Right. So okay. I understand the build together part, but
Right.
but to say that, give me an example of what you feel like you want to be able to, not you personally, but like on a broader scale, general scale of what it would look like for him to, as a protector.
You want a man to take control. That too. Go ahead. I'm reading comments.
No, I see him.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
week
okay,
I get
cool.
to see him. Yay, I get to see him this week.
A leader. A leader. He has to be a leader. What's wrong with that?
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just trying to understand. Well, no, I'm not gonna say I'm trying to understand. I'm just pushing it. That's all. So like, okay, so for everything that you're asking, that's what he needs to fulfill. So in order to get that, what would be the role
It's not what
of the woman to support him?
Repeat the question, because I see we getting ready to go there. Repeat the question. Repeat the question.
Okay, so if these are the list of things that entail what he needs to do as a provider and or a protector, what does the female do to help him?
She would have to submit.
But ain't that what he doing?
To her, they're submitting to each other.
I'm
Okay, I get it. Go ahead.
Right. I'm pushing the thought of, so like, if I'm asked outside of, again, individual, I'm maintaining for self. Okay, I'm maintaining for self. This is before I even get with a woman. I'm maintaining for myself. So I have to provide for myself. I have to protect for myself. I have to survive. I have to grow, develop, tool. All these things I have to do for myself.
Right.
And to be in this relationship or this life experience with this woman, you're asking me to not only do that for myself, but to help her so she doesn't feel alone. And I'm saying, to do that, what is she doing for what she's requiring? I mean, because if you keep taking from the cup, you got to put something back in the cup.
It's an exchange, right?
A
relationship exchange. Yeah.
We're gonna talk about this. Yeah, it is. It is.
I'm only asking. I'm not trying to start no trouble. I'm just asking.
Yeah, you are. We'll talk about it backstage.
All right. Fair enough.
We'll talk about it backstage. Yeah, you are.
Because this could go in another direction. This could go in another direction.
We're gonna talk about it backstage.
But
it's okay. I get what he's saying. I get where he's going. Yeah. We'll talk about it backstage.
But I think for the sake of what we're really trying to accomplish in this discussion is we really need to expound and really add some details, some definitions, some color to what this provider role looks like. Because it just sounds like a thing that we say.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Brother, what does a man look like? What qualities do a man is supposed to have when entering into a relationship with a woman? What is he supposed to be doing? What should he be doing? What should he be bringing up? And I hate to use this terminology, to the table. Let's talk about that. What should he be coming through the door with? If you're coming to a woman that's already I'm making what? I don't put my business out there, but I'm up there. I can maintain my own bills. I'm there. I'm taking care of my home. I'm there. When he comes through the door, what does he need to be heard?
That's a really good question.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Under my umbrella. Under my umbrella.
I would know what you would need under your umbrella, but I mean, I understand the question. I'm not trying to make it to where it's like a joust between me and you. I'm simply saying that when the things on a lighter end, and not to get off subject because I see where it says going left on the lighter end, like John is saying, okay, if I'm supposed to already out the gate know that I am supposed to be a provider, protector, a man of multiple jobs, mentor, everything. Yeah. I'm supposed to be all this. I'm supposed to be I am completely.
Right.
To bring that to the table, probably even the table I built, but to bring that to the table, can the man look at you in the eye and say, yo, I got a list of demands as well? Because I know what I'm bringing to the table, and what I'm bringing to the table is of value and of quality.
Okay. So, okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Finish your thought. Because if I have a list and he has a list, and there needs to be an equal exchange. I get what you're saying.
Exactly. That's what John said. So that's what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah, we're on the same page. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead.
I'm agreeing with what John has said. Is somewhat my answer to your question.
Is you know what? I'm gonna have to take my feelings out of this. This is a touchy thing for me because you're asking me something that I have yet to really see.
That's fair.
So, growing up and even in my own relationships, my husband always pushed me out into the forefront. When things needed to get done, I made sure that everything was getting done. After a while, I just wanted to just fall back. So when I say that I want someone where I don't want to have to feel like I have to do it all by myself, that's it. That's what I mean. I don't want to do it alone. I don't want to feel like I'm always in the driver's seat. I want to sit passenger side sometime. Now, it may be some days that he cannot handle it, and then I'll have to jump into the driver's seat. I want to be able to balance that shit out. I don't want to always be driving. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to always be driving. That's it.
Okay. So let's take what you just said, and I'm just again, this is not. I'm not shooting at you. I'm just saying generally. So let's say his role in the relationship is to make sure. I'm just hypothetically speaking. The role in the relationship is make sure all the bills is paid, right? All the bills is paid in the house, right? Okay. So he has to make sure all the bills are paid in the house. So if it requires him to spend a little less time at home, a little more time at work, would you be okay with that, or would you feel like he's not regularly available for y'all to spend the time that you may require?
You're talking to a woman who's a workaholic almost. It's 17 days in the pay period. I'm working 14 of them. I can respect the hustle. If he's out there making money for the family, I can respect that. I'm not going to be, you're not spending time with me. 9 times out of 10, I'm probably out there working too. As a matter of fact, I'm on a 5-day stretch tomorrow. Come on now. No, I have no problem with that. None. What else?
Oh no! Again, I'm saying it's not a shot at you.
Okay, because I'm just.
It's not a shot at you. I'm just saying generally.
The whole point of this part of the dialogue is to create imagery. We cannot actually something.
Wow! So stop talking with disclaimers and have a conversation.
Hey, Costello.
So look, when someone asks, "All right, John, are you a provider?" It's a boastful yes. Well, John, what do
Yes.
you provide? What do you provide to a monogamous relationship? Right.
Everything.
All right.
I
We're
can
going
tell
to
it
set finances aside, right? But if I were to touch on finances, um it's you need your oil change, you need new tires. Um Shoot, you going to the gym? All right, let's get you some new gym shoes, some new gym clothes. It's healthcare. Um I'm providing repair. I'm changing light bulbs in the house. The socket got messed up because one of the kids was playing around with the fork and all that. It's me replacing doors because you just got crazy one day. But aside from the financial stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Aside from providing food and helping with the electric bill, cable expenses, all that, right?
Okay.
Providing insight, providing wisdom, providing guidance, providing care, providing affection,
Oh,
right? Providing that D, because you had a rough day at work and yeah, you need your
I
back blown
did not want to say anything about that, but I wanted to say physical, but
out.
I wanted to say
Right.
physical. But yeah,
Providing providing emotional security, emotional comfort. John, sometimes
absolutely.
I just don't know if we're gonna make it. All right, cool. Let me give you the confidence that you need.
What is she? Costello, what are you doing? It's giving me player vibe, John.
It's giving me player vibe. Really? That's player vibe? Man, you need to
Costello,
upgrade
you
then.
is
If
a
that's player vibe,
fool.
players don't even do that. What kind of players is doing that?
Well,
Shoot. Players don't do that. That's lower level.
well, I mean, you're not being told you speaking disclaimers. So I mean, but I mean, I get it and I appreciate it. I do
But
appreciate it.
providing but
Go
also
ahead.
providing intellectual stimulation, providing healthy
Oh,
conversation,
absolutely.
providing guidance,
Ooh, you kind of caught me off
right?
guard,
And
but you
then
just
that's
named
just her.
everything.
That's just her. We haven't even
Mm-hmm.
included the family yet, right?
Facts.
So I'm
The
providing
children,
essence.
the
I'm
kids.
providing prayer,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when we're talking about provision, we're primarily talking about material. We're talking about stuff. There's an energy exchange where I see that there is a lack. I'm providing a service, right? And a lot of these functions, a lot of these roles cross into each other. Um, I hear leader. What does leadership look like in a monogamous relationship? What does that look like? Because there's different types of leaders. I know this for certain. There are different types. We're not all the same.
I'm just gonna have to be honest, real quick, just brutally honest. This made me realize that I do not know what I want. This question made me realize I do not know what I want.
The one about providing, right?
Yeah, I have an idea, but everything that you just named off, I'm just like, wow, yeah, I want that too. I newborn every
I love it. And to comment to that first and foremost,
newborn. You know,
yeah,
but it just
it's
I'm
it's
just
my
sitting up here like I
it's
want
my sister.
everything he
You
just
know
said, but
what
I
I'm
didn't
saying?
realize.
It's my sister. So if you feel like I'm doing disclaimers to my sister, I mean, I hold my sister in high regards to everything she say, and not only that, the road she travels. So
Yeah, this is my Costello. He is my blood brother. This is not play brother and sister. We come from the same
no,
set.
it's real life.
We come from the same set of balls.
And Miss Costello, on a lighter note, a very very lighter note, my sister watches any and everything I do, and 10 times of what I say. So
I do.
you know,
I
and it's
do.
mainly because not just her, but our other sister. they see so much of our Father in me. I got to be careful how I move. So, but it's love though.
Hmm. So exploring leadership. We want to see Black men as leaders. So what does that look like to us?
Structure, foundation, focus,
I was. Whew, go ahead.
willingness to get the job done no matter what, but also leave room for adjustments.
Mm,
Because the weather change, so does the plan.
mm. And are we looking for leaders just in the household, or are we looking for leaders in the community as well, in certain professions, in certain domains of functioning, in healthcare, in science, in politics, in athleticism? Are we looking for leaders wherever there's an industry, wherever there's a market, or are we just looking for leaders just in our homes?
Shit, you got to be looking for everywhere. She said, "Okay, I
Everywhere.
understand. Much respect to that." I don't know if you read that or not. Did you see it?
Yeah, I just saw it now. It just popped up. Yeah, that's
Okay.
peace, Queen. Peace, peace,
Yeah.
peace.
Peace. Oh my God.
I mean, we could
Uh,
look at Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is considered some sort of leader.
To who?
mm, he got. He's. Hey, that's true.
He
That's
got
true.
followers.
He got followers. I was just gonna
Mm,
He
say.
got followers. Come
He
on
yes,
got
he
now.
does.
followers. Yeah,
Come on.
He's
that
not.
is true. So I guess we, like John
That's
say,
why I was
what
saying in the
type?
beginning, I was trying to
Yeah,
set it up. We're not all the same leadership
uh,
styles. We
yeah,
lead
yeah.
differently. A leader ain't always a good leader. We're not talking about the positive. The leaders can be bad guys too,
Facts,
if
Absolutely.
you want them to be.
facts,
Depends on what we
facts.
leading them in. What are they leading? Hitler was a leader. Come on now.
Yeah, yeah.
When the Japanese invaded Korea, they
Oh
had
my God.
Japanese generals. Those were
Mm,
leaders. Since
yeah.
when we
Carrying
say
out those
leader,
orders.
I'm just trying to get
Looking.
a good picture of what we mean, especially from Black women. What does that look like to Black women when they
Exactly.
see a Black leader?
We don't know. I'm telling you, you just sat here and made me realize I don't know what I
Well, okay,
want. Like I
we
have
can
an
we can look
idea.
post.
I have an ideal of what it's supposed to look like, but what's in your head is not always what you're going to be seeing outward. Oh my God.
Could we say religious leaders? Because we have plenty of Black
No,
religious
no.
leaders, right?
Mm-mm.
John, you funny.
Yeah.
We can say
No, no, we don't need religious leaders. No, no,
we don't need religious leaders.
no.
We've had a what? We don't need no more
We,
Martin
we
Luther
just did,
King
wait a minute.
and
We
Malcolm
just
X's
did
out
black
there.
churches. We just did black churches a couple of weeks ago where we found
Right,
out that
right.
black churches have collected over $480 billion since 1980.
All right. So
We don't
what
even,
is Rizla? Is Rizla Islam not a leader in his own right?
I don't know who that is. I need to look him up.
You don't know Rizla Islam? Damn.
I probably do.
You know.
Let me look him up.
I never knew.
I'm gonna kick you.
All right, but in any case, oh, okay. Will we consider Dr. Umar a leader?
Yeah, because he has followers
Surely,
as well.
Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is a leader.
Oh, I know who that is. Oh yes, I follow him on TikTok.
Um,
So in
again,
leadership, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was gonna say, basically, to piggyback off what you're saying, it does come back to what are the requirements that woman needs. If you're saying if she's saying she needs a leader or wants a leader, it would be that what do you I mean, I don't know. It keep going back to what we were saying even last week. Like, do you know what you asking for? Do you know when you ask you want to protect it?
No, we don't, because I didn't know what I was asking for. We just throwing shit out there. I'm
Let's be
sorry.
fair.
We
Let's
just
be
throwing shit out there. I'm being
Some
fair.
black
We just
women
throwing
have
shit out
grown
there.
up with their fathers, right?
We need more Jay-Z type people.
Oh my God, man.
Oh shoot, Jay-Z. Oh, okay, maybe. I was gonna say Nas, but okay.
You know what? Costello, honey, thank you for joining in on this live, honey. I appreciate you.
But to be fair, there have been black women that have grown up with their fathers, even though they may not even have been present in the household, but they still
Okay.
have, right? So
Mhm.
even though dad may have not grown up in the household, he might have been there for the first 5 years, right? But it's still the fact that he's present somewhere in her life, and he may have even vetted out a few boyfriends.
They
So
do.
the
What?
point that I'm making is, and this is on the album. This is on the album.
Okay, let me.
We are the first model of dignity when it comes
Mm.
to child raising. We're the first fucking model.
Okay,
When you don't have that model there, you got to find it somewhere.
somewhere.
Otherwise, you're going to get something in exchange, and it might not be what you're looking for.
Facts.
So, if she was able to see that in her dad, this is the first model of dignity. This is one of my first protectors. This is one of the first leaders I come across. This is one of the first providers. My mentor. He don't even know shit about basketball. My dad don't play sports, but he was there for every game and he was coaching me through it, and he provided the resources so that I can go to summer camp, and he was there just, baby, I had my breakdowns here. Dad was there, right? Supporter. That leads
Okay,
me to supporter. We can cross over into that. I heard that in there somewhere. Supporter. What does that look like? What does it look like when a black man is supporting his family, his woman?
that's a good question. I want to go back to a comment that was just put up that by T's World. They don't want leaders; they want partners.
Huh?
They want a partner.
Huh? A partner.
A partner. And
They don't
Mr.
want
T's
leaders. They want
World,
partners.
what exactly does that look like?
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Yeah,
What's the difference between a partner and a leader?
yeah. What is the difference between a leader and a partner, Mr. T?
I
I
mean,
want to
I
say
have an idea, but
no. My bad. My bad.
Go ahead. No, we're just waiting for a response. The number is
I
up there if you want to call in.
I
mhm.
okay. So again, John stated last week and the week before that when you start playing with words are nothing more than a vehicle projected
Mhm.
from the mentality of the individual that's speaking them. So
Yes.
when certain people hear the word leader,
Mm.
that means that I have to submit to everything he or she says,
Mm.
and don't give any resistance. But as a
Mm.
partner, we equal.
He said, in other words, they both want to lead.
That's what I said. We so ain't nobody submitting to the other per se. It's like, hey, I know my ideas, and you like, I know my ideas, and all right,
Mm.
well, I tell you what, flip of a coin.
In other words, they both want to lead.
Yep.
Mm.
Mm.
So they just would rather have a partner, and the partner is just there to help what? Facilitate movement forward, maintain.
I mean, it's kind of tricky because when you say you want a partner, all right, we got a partner now, but what plan are we following as being a partner? Are we
That's what I was
following your
asking.
plan? Are we following his plan? Like,
Right.
what plan are we following? Like, are you
Idealistically, it'll be a collective vision. It'll be, what do
supposed to
you
be?
see? Yeah,
I like that.
ideally.
I
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
that.
supposed to be.
I mean, but that's how it's supposed. Yeah, like he said, it's supposed to be like that. I meet you, you met me, and then you tell me what is the vision you see for yourself. I tell you what's the vision I see for myself, and then we're supposed to figure out how it works, and then that becomes the collective vision. Because you led your
Understand to
story.
comprehend. Yeah.
Costello. Some flip the coin.
Yeah.
Flip the coin. Flip the coin. That's what we're doing.
You have made this, honey. You have made this very interesting. Okay, I had a point I was trying to make. Oh my God.
About the
So
collective vision.
you have a man and a woman in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
He has what he's going to be doing in this relationship, and she has what she's going to be doing in this relationship, as far as divided responsibility, but they're going to be working together. Yep, what she said. Flip the coin. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Okay, anyway. So but when it's a leader, that means that someone is taking charge and saying, okay, hey, this is what we're gonna do together now. As far as moving forward, plan of action, execute. Yeah, that's the leader. Women say we want that, yet when we get that, we fight against it because we've never seen it before.
It could be his leadership style too.
Right,
just throw that out there. It could be his leadership style.
If my stepfather was the prototype, I want the opposite of him. I want the opposite of him. I want the opposite of him. Let's just say that, the opposite. So
how do you get that?
We're not producing it. If we have young boys growing up in a home with men like that, we are not producing it. We are not producing it.
Which brings me to my next point about the leadership, right? Leaders don't create followers. Good leaders, effective leaders we're not creating followers. We're creating leaders. So if I'm married to my wife, I'm also conditioning her in her leadership. I don't want her to just be a follower. I'm putting myself, if I'm an effective leader, okay?
Right.
I'm nurturing and I'm raising and I'm cultivating and socializing her in her leadership. Doing the same thing for me, right? Because
absolutely,
I can't be an effective leader without her. We're supposed to be sharpening each other, building, like you were saying, right? So even in your kids, you're raising your kids to be leaders. You're raising your family to be leaders. Leaders are creating leaders. Our leadership styles are basically us projecting to replicate ourselves. So I don't want a nation of followers. I want a nation of leaders to keep the thing going. Because if I'm the leader and everybody's following me, well, what happens to me if I die? If I get slain, especially in this system right here, if there's a war on black people, you take out the leader, come on. What happens to the movement? The movement dies with the leader because you made the leader the movement and the movement the leader. So an effective leader, hopefully, ideally, is replicating the leadership that's within itself and his woman. So that's why I was like, leadership style could be a factor here because every leader is not an effective, and not every woman is going to respond to the same leadership style, right? If there's authoritarian leaders out there, they get the job done. They get the job done. They don't care about your feelings.
No, they don't.
Right? At all.
If you're sensitive like me, it's not going to work.
Right?
What?
But then you have leaders like that run their families like it's a business, right? But they also take into consideration that, all right, these are individuals, they have their own destinies, their own ambitions. So it's my responsibility to nurture their personal development.
Exactly.
So I want you to be who you're gonna be. I want you to be who you're gonna be. Son, I want you to be who you're going to be, and I'm just going to support you behind that. What can I do to support you to be great? Leader. I'm going to aggregate my resources. I'm going to mentor you, coach you, guide you, instruct you. I'm going to protect you also, but I'm also going to provide you with responsibilities and tasks to carry out that's going to be tied into not just the success of our family and our organization, but also your personal success, leadership, right? So, support. You touched on support. What does supporter look like?
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Can black men be healers, by the way? Can that be a role that we function in society? Is
Cos-
that too distant?
Did you read the comment?
Oh my gosh. Oh,
That's what's up.
oh my god. Oh my gosh. Wow, man. Wow. Live, man. Live and direct. Like the
Did I
Kardashians.
make this up?
You know what? I should have said that. Somebody else say it.
We cannot
Wow.
make this up. And I'm seeing it before you all see it, so I'm tickled before you all see it. It's just like, oh my God. Like the Kardashians' mother.
Yeah.
Costello.
So,
Yeah,
Girl, do you want to just
so can
call
black
her?
men be healers though? Can black men be healers?
Yes.
Is that a role that we can fulfill in our families, in the society?
you talking as of today? I don't think so.
As of today.
Today? No? Okay. Let's hear it. Let's hear it, bro.
I mean, I only say that if it's not tied into his profession, you don't naturally look at another, or not another. You don't naturally look at a brother to be a healer. Um, you don't
What
typically
about the
hear,
pastors? Historically speaking, what about pastors?
historically speaking, in the past. Yes, I'm still saying today's time it's too much been lifted on just on that name alone.
Mm.
Like it's hard, man, because it's like as much as we have in this conversation, I continue to go down memory lane, certain situations where you be like, man, is that why I got the response I got? Is that why frowned upon? But then you got to take, well, as an individual, what my characteristics look like? What does that entail? Is that why they made the decision they made? What was my demeanor like? What was my thought process at the time? What was I going through at the time? To make a person either not look at you as a leader or a partner, support, provider, protector. You know,
Mm. 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 We're coming up on, we're past an hour.
that we are again.
One more.
Go ahead.
Father. That seems like the easiest one.
Is it?
Father.
Oh,
That to me, that seems like the easiest one.
the black woman was the first healer. Black men joined. That's amazing. It's from Costello.
That's,
That's amazing.
mm.
Mm,
Amazing.
okay.
Okay. All right. John, go ahead.
Yeah. Do we see black men as being fathers? It's been a lot of negative stereotypes.
It's been a lot of negative stereotypes. It is. And then, I'm always referencing growing up in my home. Um, and then the things that I've seen, ooh, yes and no. Yes and no.
Is
They
there a
carry
demand for black fathers? Let's go there then. Is there a demand for black fathers? Do we want black fathers in the community?
in the community. They want black fathers that's not in the home to step up and take care of their children. And then that's where the child support comes in. That's the overall that I picture that I'm getting. They want the black men to just be there to take care of their children. Um, I can honestly, personally say that I just wanted Derek to just be a part. What? Did y'all read that? No, just the disposable human. Really, brother, you agree with that?
You don't see that?
No, just the disposable human. That is deep.
Very deep.
That is Terrence goes. Mr. T. Oh my
John, how
God.
you feel about that?
At first, I said, "Ouch."
Right,
I said, "Ouch." I didn't want to say it out loud, like I'm some punk.
right.
That was a hit. That was a hit. Ouch.
That.
Wow. Oh gosh, because it layers just came out of that.
Oh my
Big
God.
time. Big time.
Do
Like,
you?
all
I'm
right,
sorry.
yeah, I want the seed, and then now I can create this story. Man, that's no different than how they started off with nigga. You know,
There
all
you
right,
go.
we got a human body, and we're gonna create this caricature, and we're gonna paint it on this person, and now we can make up stories and say he's the boogeyman.
There you go.
Your daddy's the boogeyman.
Yep.
No, just disposable human. So the question was, hold on. The question was, can black men be fathers? Was that the question, John?
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
question.
we can, but do we
And
want
then
to?
and that was the response, no, just a disposable human.
Right.
God.
I mean,
We
that's
can be fathers because I mean I did read off a statistic earlier.
facts.
60% of black fathers, which again that was anywhere between 2.5 and 4.2 million, live with their children, and that fact just kills the public perception of black men with children. You know, it's a stereotype, right? Black men don't raise their kids. We ain't good fathers. Oh, that's just a baby dad. You ain't even a father. You a baby daddy.
Facts. They made a
That's
song about that's just
okay.
my baby daddy.
Let's talk about that. That's gonna be the title of our next show: Baby Daddy and Child Support. Too much.
Boy, you really trying to go deep in the barrels.
We can be fathers, though. Yes,
Yes,
that
yes,
much we
we
can, and
can.
can is capable. The
Yes,
capability is there. Now, in practice, of course, we're trying to catch back up,
every
and
last one
I've
of
seen
us.
this. I've
Every
seen
last
this.
one of us. I'm sorry,
Let's
she just added.
remember who came out with a movie recently. Not, yeah, it was a movie recently. Kevin Hart, Father's Day. Come on now,
Mm.
you
I
didn't
didn't
see that?
know.
Oh my gosh. Oh
No,
man, I ain't gonna front.
I see the
I
true
haven't cried
story
like
though.
that since Pursuit of Happiness. Let's remember Pursuit of Happiness. That's like the king of all black dad movies out there. Pursuit of
Okay,
Happiness
I'll
with
take
Will
that.
Smith. That's like the
Mhm.
king. I will always cry on that one, and that's old. That's an old ass movie because I get it. Right? It's like, dang, what he went through. Granted, you know, it's a but Kevin Hart, he did like a rendition to that. But you gotta watch it. You just gotta watch it, right? Just
I'm gonna
look
have to
up.
watch it. That's my homework
Yeah,
for the week.
yeah. But even in media portrayals, we are being seen favorably as fathers. Blackish. Come on, man. A lot of people, when that show first came out, the black community was torn apart on it. We killed that. We killed Blackish before he even really had a chance. And then when it started gaining traction, then we celebrated because, like, oh, okay, we see what you're doing. Anthony Anderson's character, great father, hip, plugged in, came from the hood, elevated, climbed up the social ladder, still was providing for his family. Had a wife that I think she made more. I think Bo made more than him. I think because she was a doctor, right? And he was just in marketing. But black father to his kids, all the way through. They grew up. One of them went off to college. A black father was in that. Come on, man. Media portrayals wise, it's mixed. It's getting better. I even follow a few pages on Instagram. One of them is called Black Fathers. If you are a black man out there, a dad or you're about to become a dad, you are a dad already, follow Black Fathers on Instagram. You will get all the inspiration you need. It's just like the smallest things that we do, from us crying, from us holding our kids, from us changing diapers. Like, we are also sharing our experiences in Black fatherhood on social media. And then there are hashtags behind that. We are archiving our experiences in a way that we haven't done before. It is our revolt, our combat against the stereotypes and the and the systemic racism that's been imposed on us. Oh, go ahead.
The people on the TV show were not black, let's be honest, but I
Oh my
appreciate
gosh. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Costello.
Here we go. Here we go.
But you support the TV, so you appreciate it, though. That's what's up.
Dang, man.
That's
Let's
what's
be
up.
honest.
See, what is going on, Costello? Baby girl, do you want to just call in? I'm serious. The number is 281-626-2912. Just call in, because my God, you throwing them out there, ain't you? And yes, Black Fathers on Instagram. I'm sorry, beautiful. I will be following myself. Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, just like one day you're just scrolling down your social media and you ain't in your kid's life, but you just happen to see that and you're just like, dang, that's what's up. You see that enough times, you'll be moved to just pick up the phone. Hey, what you doing?
Yeah. How you doing? What's
And
going
then just
on?
hang up. And the next time you'll actually have a conversation because you want it. All of a sudden you feel inspired, you feel a little moved, right? But in any case, I just wanted to highlight that the trend of Black fatherhood, it's changing for us. It is changing for us.
We need more positive posts. No, I'm just joshing. Okay, we need more positive posts like this. Ooh, wait. Beautiful. Oh my God. Oh. All right.
We out here, man. We out here. And
Yes,
what I appreciate about that particular that page is that it shows us in a way that I didn't think was really possible. We are a lot softer on there. As black men, it's us. It's not us being the stern, stereotypical father like Cliff and well, it's us. It's us evolved, and it's not just black fathers with little girls. It's not black fathers with their daughters. It's black fathers with their sons being more affectionate, helping them, cut their hair, kissing them on the forehead, and going from the baby seat to the bed and trying to, make sure not to wake them up. So I
Facts.
think out of all the roles, I think that one right there, we're we're pretty solid on that one. We're
Okay.
definitely developing in that one. We're seeing a change.
I'm
Now
gonna
there are other ones out there. We didn't cover like mentor and judge, but
Who?
I think
Judge.
judge, yeah, judge.
please don't get
Clarence
him.
Thomas,
Please don't get
Joe
him.
Brown.
Who? Who?
Brown.
Gay. Dude.
Oh,
Joe
wow.
Brown.
Wow. Do you see the comment, John?
Gay.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, I just posted the Instagram. LOL. Let me stop joking. I just posted the Instagram for Black Father. So if y'all want to go ahead and check that out, y'all can. I want to thank everybody for coming in and jumping in on this live. Here it is. We went again over an hour. I don't know. Do we want to do a part 3 of this? Because we're not done. It doesn't feel finished.
I feel like we at least hit those roles, but really, I'm gonna put that on the brother. What you think?
Newborn. I already know what you want to talk about. Government assistance, child support, and what was the other one?
I really want to talk about housing for real.
Housing.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to talk about all three because they're all three are connected.
They very much are so. You know, they're
We gotta
definitely
talk about all three.
Designed by the government. So yeah.
To keep the man out of the home, because once you get housing through the government, who is also giving you food stamps, money, and health care, you can't
Don't forget
have
WIC.
Don't forget what?
WIC.
WIC. Yeah, WIC. You can't have a man in the house. Much light and love to y'all for real. Thank you so much, sweetie. I hope you're doing well, honey. So yeah, that will be we'll do government housing, child support, and what was the other one? Shit, I just said it.
Government housing.
Government housing and child support. Government housing and child support. So we'll do that because that's helping keeping us in a
You said food stamps too, right? So it's government housing.
But that will go up on the assistance, wouldn't it?
Government assistance. Period. I mean, all of it is government assistance.
All of it.
Yeah, all of it is government assistance.
So yeah, we could definitely talk about that next week. How people are paying $2 for rent and driving around in 2020s.
And the crazy part, even though we saying is these motions are still carried right now, big time.
It's still happening. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's crazy because you would want like we saying you want a leader of the household, but yet you're on government assistance, and government assistance not going to allow you to have. Well, anyway, you said we're going to talk about this next week.
Yeah. Save it all for next week. I want to thank, I'm sorry, Alexa, play. I want to thank everyone for coming in and jumping in on this live, especially you, Miss Costello, with all of your comments. I want to thank you, Mr. T, for jumping in on this line, on this live. Lord have mercy, you and your disposable human being. That was
is it possible to have either one of them, if not both, as guests next week?
I don't know if they're still watching.
No, I'm asking you. Would you feel like reaching out to them to ask them maybe they come in for like a 10-minute or a 15-minute segue?
I don't know if Tia do it. I think he just likes to stay behind the scenes, right? Because I don't get any government money. I'm not gonna speak for him, but again,
but I could use it.
I mean, if y'all want to call in next week, what do you say, interview style, or T's World Costello? If y'all want to call in next week, that would be greatly appreciated. We can go deeper into housing assistance and child support. So yeah, but again, thank you. I'll join for sure, Costello. Okay. All right, now you got my number. You don't have to call me, girl. Yeah, so again, thank you for all who jumped in on this live. Thank you for watching, and we will see y'all back here next week.